Jesse also talks about 1 John 5:13, about I say this on those who are believing on the Son of God, that you may know that you have eternal life. Well, you can't take that out of context of 1 John 4 when it says try the spirits. Now, I know Jesse does not like Christian tests. Well, that's too bad, because 1 John 4 is a Christian test. It says try the spirits. It doesn't mean, that there's some devils running around. Doesn't mean spirits like that. He says try the spirits. People who are claiming they are born again, there is a way to try them. And he says those who say that Jesus has come in the flesh, they're of God. If you say Jesus has not come in the flesh, they're not of God. Now, we know Jesus is God, but he came to the earth as a man. He came in the flesh. So if you believe Jesus, God became man, Jesus in the flesh, God in the flesh, if you believe that, then you are of God. But part of what it means to believe that is not only to receive salvation by grace, but in that you are changed. You are now the exact same person that Jesus was when he walked the earth. Jesus was a man with life in his spirit, inside a body from Mary, capable of sin, but he never sinned. And that's the position you and I are in. We, now that we're born again, have the same life that Jesus walked sin-free with. We have that same life in us, and we're walking in the same type of fallen body. So when John says in 1 John 4 to try the spirits, what he's saying is people who admit Jesus came in the flesh, is they're admitting that Jesus walked the earth as a man with life in his spirit inside a fallen body, and that they have the same life in their spirit inside the same kind of fallen body, so that they should walk like he walked. Now, if anybody wants to excuse themselves, any Christian wants to excuse themselves to go back to habitual sin but still claim salvation, they cannot say with their lips that Jesus Christ came in the flesh. Because if they're saying that, what they're saying is God became a man and walked sin-free according to the life that was in him. John 5, as the Father had life in himself, he gave to the Son to have life in himself. So Jesus as a man had life in his spirit, walking in a fallen body. So if you say Jesus came in the flesh, you're the same kind of man with life in your spirit, walking in a fallen body, which means you should walk sin-free just like Jesus did. That is the Christian test. Now, do I or anyone know the exact moment a habitual sinning Christian goes back to spiritual death? No, of course not. We don't know the exact moment when that happens, but they are like a person who has stepped off the Empire State Building. They may not be dead yet, but they have a date with a sidewalk. And check below in my description, very important information that'll shed some more light on this topic, plus 5 really healthy ministries that won't steer you into the ditch of legalism, but nor will they steer you into the ditch of a greasy grace. You can go right down the road of righteousness and then be a kind of bride washed and clean and ready for the marriage supper. So anyway, check below, and thanks again.